Greetings again, Professor Tomlinson with you. Today we're going to be working on the B section of Satin Doll. So you should have these sheets available to you. You're looking at these sheets. Seventh chords in C, of course again, and Satin Doll harmonized. Okay, this sheet has got all the voicings written in for the tune for you, so that'll make it easier to put the arrangement together. So you should also have viewed three-note voicings, a video that's called Professor Tomlinson, WCSU, three-note voicings. Don't confuse it with some other videos that are called three-note voicings. There's a number of them out there. And then also Satin Doll A section. Today we're going to start on the bridge, okay? That's jazz musician lingo for the B section. So that'll be the third line starting at the double bar. The first chord is G minor 7th. And we're looking for 2 5s. We're analyzing a jazz tune. So we're looking for 2 5s and 2 5 1s. And we see that combination right away. G minor 7th followed by C7, G minor 7, C7, finally resolving to the 1 chord, F major 7th. So as we're analyzing a lot of these tunes, you see a minor 7th followed by a dominant 7th. Your antennas should go up. There's a good chance I'm looking at a 2 5. Okay, so in this case, a 2 5 1 in the key of F. And Duke also clues us off to the fact that they're temporarily in the key of F by the fact that he puts that B flat in the melody. The melody is kind of a scale going downwards and then going back upwards again. So for this 4 bars, we're in the key of F. So it just works out conveniently that for the B section, we're going to be using mostly the B voicings. For the A section, we used mostly the A voicings. It's just a coincidence. And the calling them A voicings and B voicings is just a convenient title for them. It doesn't mean we're playing in the key of A or the key of B. It's just a random name for these voicings. For the B voicings, the 2 chord and the 1 chord will have the 7th as the lowest interval, and the 5 chord will have the root as the lowest interval. So that's the opposite of the A voicings. And the idea of this is to keep your chords in a good register on the piano, not too high, not too low. If your left thumb is coming up maybe to like F above middle C, it's getting a little bit high. If your left pinky is getting down to G or G flat, it's getting a little too low, a little muddy down there. So you can break the rules that are written on that line for the suggestions for the key centers, but don't go too far, okay? Use your ear. If it sounds muddy or if it's getting in the way of your melody, maybe your voicings are too high. So we're going to apply the B voicings here. It's going to work out perfectly. All right, so we're looking for a G minor 7th voicing. And again, we always go up the ladder as we're talking about the intervals. The 7th is the lowest, so we start with that, 7, 1, 3. And remember my little trick for finding a chord that's got the 7th on the bottom and the root in the middle. Start with your 2 finger on the root of the chord. Add the 7th with your 3 finger, a step lower, and then go up to the minor 3rd with your thumb. And there's your voicing for G minor 7th, okay? Nice and easy, all right? C 7th, we want to add the root with our left pinky, the major 3rd, all these notes are diatonic to the key of F major. We want to leave our thumb on the B flat because that's the, see I'm counting downward now, that's the minor 7th. Okay? That would be wrong. All right? That would be C major 7th. We want C dominant 7th. There's all the correct ingredients. All right, next measure is the same, G minor 7 to C7. And here's this really pretty F major 7th with the 7th on the bottom. Okay, and again, those 2 measures are fairly static, so maybe I'm going to want to do something rhythmic with my left hand to fill in. Duke Ellington does something like as a harmonic fill there. Sounds really cool. You could work that out if you want to, but You don't have to. Just do something rhythmic instead. Okay, we're going on to the fifth measure of the B section, or the bridge, A minor 7 to D7. Again, we're getting trained to recognize these 2 5s. A minor 7 to D7 is a 2-5, all right, in the key of G. So again, the B voicings are going to put your chord in the perfect register. So finding the root of the chord with my 2 finger and building below and above. Here's the 7th, below with my 3 finger. Here's the 3rd with my thumb. Here's my A minor 7. Remember, the dash means minor. A minor 7, okay? And then, again, my pinky goes down to the D root, major 3rd, leave my thumb on the 7th, okay? If you forget that major 3rd, you're going to be playing a minor type chord. We don't want that. All right? Happens twice. Now Duke surprises us a little bit again by, instead of going to G major 7th, as we might have expected, he's going to G dominant 7th. And then a quick E minor 7, A7, to lead you back to the last A section. Okay, so play along with that, you know, work those chords out. We want to work these things out separately and then put our hands together slowly, just like any piece that we're learning. Now we're going to work on the melody, and we're going to think about the fingering a little bit here. We have a scale fragment, 4-note scale fragment, going downward and then going upward. So we want to finger this the same way every time. If I start with the upper part of or the lower part of my right hand, excuse me, I'm going to have trouble. I'm going to have to cross right away. All right, I want to see if I can make it easier for myself. So I'm going to start with my 4-finger on the C, that first melody note, and then I can just go straight down, straight up, without any crossings, easy as can be. Okay, now there's some syncopations there that I want you to think about. The and of 2 and the and of 4 are tied, okay? And of 2 tied to 3, and of 4 tied to 1 of the next measure. It's a really good habit to get into to count out loud, okay? So we're looking at eighth notes, so we're subdividing with the word and putting that between each count. And it's magic. If you count out loud, it's going to be much easier for you, okay? So I'm going to give myself a little tempo. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. I promise you, if this is new to you, counting out loud is going to really you're going to make much faster progress with working out your rhythms, and I think we all probably need a little bit more help with that. Okay, so I'm subdividing with and for the eighth notes, all right, and I'm tying the and of 2 to 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm pretty satisfied with that. Let me see if I can put my hands together. The golden rule also is when you're starting to put your hands together, you're going to play a little more slowly, okay? So 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to keep going. 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to finish the tune out. Okay, I played the last A section sort of in the style of Red Garland, where he plays voicings with the left hand and matches the rhythm with the right hand, plays octaves with a note in the middle with the right hand to make a real full kind of sound. And then I finished with a quick Basie ending, which is a really beautiful sound. I'll play that a little more slowly. Okay, the two outer notes stay the same. I'm sure you can figure that out if you have a mind to do that. Okay, Satin Doll, working on the B section. All right, we're going to go over all of this stuff in class, but if you know, this will be just a little extra help for you to kind of remind you what the details are. All right, so thanks again for another video.